Salute everybody. Greetings to you all. Good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening to all Ambazonians and every fellow broadcast listener at this particular point of the day. Greetings once again. I believe my sound quality be perfect. Make a check. A listener. All right, perfect. My sound quality be good. If you did join, just start share the broadcast. I will give you a few minutes. Share the broadcast because it did come for release and reveal some information from the wife of Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas. And I want to talk a little bit about what is going on. So please do share the broadcast. Share in your WhatsApp group, copy and paste in your WhatsApp group. I'll give you about 5 minutes. Throughout those 5 minutes, I go wait to make you come back, and then we go begin this particular broadcast. So copy, share, post in your WhatsApp group, and post on your Facebook pages. I'll give you 5 minutes. Why I give you those 5 minutes? When I get 5 minutes for share this particular broadcast, I go reveal certain information where until now it don't be very hidden. It don't be hidden because of the integrity of the revolution. And I go also reveal certain information where the wife of Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas will be upbeat about this revolution. It don't pass them out. I go also reveal certain information about the Cameroon government, the scam Cameroon government, and why the Cameroon government be in full panic mode. So Ambazonians want to share this particular broadcast. I want to thank the host for this particular page. Una Sabi said they don't block we for all sides for this revolution. They block we for up, they block we for down, they block we for left, they block we for right. But we will continue for hibernate, and we'll continue for rear our hydra, for grow other parts of our body, for keep passing out the same message. I'm gonna get 3 more minutes for share. While we buy time, I'm gonna get 3 more minutes for share. Once we share the broadcast, in the next 3 minutes, we will start officially. So if you did join, we'll never yet start. We'll still prep up. We'll still get ready. I see a couple of people where they did my screen here. Make us see the names. So I see them for here. A couple of people where they online already. Thank you very much for coming on. If I want to make a talk for Pidgin English or make a switch to English, I don't get a problem. Either way, I feel broadcast in any of those languages. If I want to make a parler en français also, I feel also parler en français. We'll go parlons the français together. Ambazonians wanna be very steadfast. Since where this revolution starts, when I don't always be very steadfast. So when I get 2 more minutes for share this broadcast, when I know say we for America here, we're very busy. Some people that don't wonder why FBI never arrest Tapang. say FBI never arrest Tapang. Who go arrange all those story them for this particular broadcast. So when I share this particular broadcast, we'll talk a little bit and we'll talk about everything. Strong message where come out for Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas from Norway. Waiting to talk about the revolution from a prison cell. We'll go also pull them out here and we'll go talk them out here. Make everybody here. Una Sabi say people they don't start fear. A lot of fear, panic, don't get into this revolution. But instead, Tapang Ivo where is strong hate. In the fear, in the panic, he go can't talk. Till when I go can't arrest me Tapang Ivo, I go no go shut up mop. So now you I want to tell everybody. When I remember at the broadcast from United States, and they broadcast not from some side. No, at the broadcast not from here for US. So make una understand say when some people they don't give up their lives for this revolution, they actually mean them say they don't give up their lives for this revolution. We will continue to pursue the right and just revolution at every corner, every facet of the globe. When I get 1 more minute for share, as we just start, if you did just join, we'll never yet start. We'll never even start talk about the news stories from Ayaba Cho from Norway. We'll just start. And I they give an opportunity, make una share for una WhatsApp group. As when I see the date of this particular broadcast, October 7th, so which means we're live. As when I see also for under here, the message where Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas said pass him out. When I see Ayaba Cho's arrest, why the Western world is confused and also mishandling the confused situation in neighboring Cameroon versus Ambazonia. All right, I think because we don't just start a few minutes ago and people that still join, I will continue forgive. Maybe the way forward, we'll start talk now about this revolution. I will switch for English. Permit me, make a switch for English in the next, give my monologue for about 5 minutes. Then I will switch back for Pidgin English. Fellow Ambazonians, dear listeners across the world, you're welcome on this platform. My name is Tapang Ivo Tanku, Dr. Tapang Ivo Tanku. The first time I'm using that title on this particular platform on a Facebook Live message. I come to you with all honesty that we are pursuing the right path towards advocating for Ambazonia's freedom, Ambazonia's nationalism, Ambazonia's self-determination, and our self-defense. I want to particularly stress on the last word, self-defense. This war was declared on us by Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo, who is now dead. This war was declared on us as innocent civilians of Ambazonia, the former British Southern Cameroons. We are only defending ourselves against the kakistocracy of neighboring La République du Cameroon. We are only buying guns and bullets and explosives and reciprocating the force levied on us by the Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo regime. We are only protecting our women and children. We are only fighting to preserve what we rightly inherited as our true inheritance from our grandfathers and forefathers. We are only fighting to be alive as citizens of Ambazonia. For this reason, the international community may look at this particular crisis as a political one that it can step in to benefit, to steal our resources, to punish our leaders, to punish the people who are defending themselves in Ambazonia, to stifle freedom of speech, to strategically limit our public participation against the Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo regime. We will never, ever give up. I speak as Dr. Tapang Ivo Tanku from the United States of America, the same United States of America that has wrote out in its constitution freedom of expression, which I am using the platform to advocate for freedom of political expression in Ambazonia, the right to self-determination, which the United States promotes through self-defense in its constitution. So we are promoting the same self-defense for the people of Ambazonia against a dictatorship. And I believe the Western world, the United States, France, Britain, and particularly Norway, they advocate for self-defense as a human right. And if you, sitting in the Western world, advocate for self-defense, I, Tapang Ivo Tanku, a citizen of Ambazonia, advocates for the same self-defense that you advocate for the people of Ukraine, that you advocate for the people of Israel, that I advocate for the people of Ambazonia. There is no reason why you should be invading the homes of the people of Ambazonia living in your Western countries, and you will not invade the same citizens who live in your country for advocating for self-defense for the people of Ukraine and for the people of Israel. It goes both ways. Now, the leader of the Ambazonia revolution, Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas, has been arrested in Norway. And his arrest comes as no coincidence because at the same time he was being arrested or he was being kidnapped by the government of Norway, that's the same time Benedict Kwa of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, his home was being raided alongside one other, which I will not call, or whom I will not call his name, for some security reason. It is no coincidence. The same minute, the same second, the same hour, his home was being raided. That is the same hour Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas' home was being raided in the afternoon, and he was being picked up. Now, this comes in with some high-level authority. It is a cross-country. It is an inter-country raid. The United States is probably responsible for this. And those who are calling the shots are bigger than you and I, are bigger than Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo, are bigger than anyone you could see. It could be the ICC. It could be any international organization that has been petitioned against the people of Ambazonia. It could be anyone. But I want to tell you this. We are not afraid because we have not done anything wrong. And when I say we, the people of Ambazonia, I'm not afraid of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas because he has always known what he is fighting for. Last week, I spoke with the wife of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, who gave me certain information which I will reveal to you here about the state of the Ambazonia's leader's fate in prison. He said, or she said in her own words, relaying the message from Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, that he had always been prepared for this particular day and time in his life where he will project the Ambazonia's revolution on the international scene through his arrest. Dr. Ayabacho's wife, Linda, reports it again that Dr. Ayabacho Lucas has always been upbeat about this particular day and has always wondered why he has not been arrested by the Western countries that back the dictatorship of Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo. Mama Lee, as I will call her, the wife of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, again insisted that Ayabacho Lucas has denied bail. The lawyers of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas requested that he should be bailed because of family reason and for good conduct within the Norwegian regime. But Dr. Ayabacho Lucas denied to bail himself. So if there are any rumors going around that Ayabacho Lucas has been incarcerated and will not be bailed or the government has refused him bail is a lie. He denied to bail himself and said the case must be heard and that the ploy to bring down the Ambazonia revolution with intimidation will not work in any way, shape, and form. Now, this comes in very handy at a time when the people of Ambazonia, or some crooks within Ambazonia, have been relaying messages that Dr. Ayabacho Lucas is working with the Cameroon regime, is a spy working for the Cameroon government. He is a La Republique agent. His ADF is an extension of the Cameroon military. His Ambazonia governing forces is a ploy to destabilize the Ambazonia revolution. And I thank God for this happening on the flip side because the Ambazonia people have come to the senses that the true liberator within the Ambazonia revolution is Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, the AGOVC, and the ADF. Any other group is only a political charade masquerading as independent fighters or independence fighters or fighters for the movement or for nationalism. These are all crooked groups within the revolution that know truly that the ADF and the AGOVC and the leadership of the ADF and AGOVC are truly for the Ambazonia revolution. They know it. And I thank God for the arrest of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, and I will explain why. He has been arrested, and this comes in handy to fulfill the message, to fulfill the revolution that God had for Jesus Christ, that he would die for our sins. We requested this to happen because it is a turning point in Ambazonia's revolution. And I will explain why it is a big turning point. One, under no court in the Western world, I will give with my own example, can the Ambazonia case be heard on charges of terrorism, kidnapping, and intimidation and violence and all kinds of nonsense they would say against freedom fighters without addressing the problem, the main problem, the problem that has been failed to be addressed under the so-called national dialogue of Cameroon, without addressing the Anglophone problem as they will call it, or without addressing the Ambazonia problem as we will call it. The court in Norway have issued a statement, and that statement is in the Norwegian language. They clearly stated that they are trying to distance themselves from the political structure or from the political format of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas' arrest. On the other hand, the lawyers of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas are saying this case cannot be litigated, this case cannot go forward, this case cannot be heard without addressing where the violence actually took place. And this becomes a big bone of contention in this whole litigation case. Number one, if they say Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas committed crimes, let's assume crimes against humanity, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, or whatever they will call it, as if they have not done worse. If they say Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas committed all these crimes, where exactly did he commit it? Was it in Cameroon? It's not in Cameroon. We are not fighting for Cameroon. We are not even a territory of Cameroon. Is it in Ambazonia? Yes, it's in Ambazonia. Therefore, you are recognizing what we are actually fighting for. We are fighting for international recognition. We are fighting for one main country in the West, not even in Africa. I don't care if South Africa recognizes Ambazonia as the real people of the former British Southern Cameroons. I care that the Western world is about to set a precedent that will be copied across all other Western countries, recognizing us as the people of Ambazonia and the former British Southern Cameroons. Now, let me give you my example. When the crooked and ugly son of the ugly father, Salai Christopher, the son known as Salai Emmanuel, sued me in court in the United States of America, when the ugly son of the ugly father, Salai Christopher, the son being Salai Emmanuel, sued me in the state of California on dubious, flimsy charges of terrorism, 10 of them, with 524 pages of evidence, in a popular lawsuit you all know about, you watching me know about. When he sued me in this particular country, trying to strategically limit my public participation, trying to rope me into the litigation process, the expensive litigation process of the United States, trying to put me behind bars in the United States, me talking to you facially here live on this particular day, the 7th of October, when he attempted and he brought this in court in America, what did the judges say? The judges clearly told Salah Emmanuel, we will not want to hear this case on any grounds of Ambazonia or Cameroon. But you have to bring the victims, or the victim, or just one victim of your 5,000 victims. Salah Emmanuel went and scouted for victims under his so-called Cameroon Anglophones Against or Violence Against Terrorism or some covert nonsense organization he fakely created. He went and scouted for victims to rope me into his charade, his litigation charade. The judge told Salah Emmanuel, if you are so afraid to bring your so-called victim to testify against Tapang Ivor, rolling out terrorism or kidnapping or whatever nonsense he writes about me, if you're afraid to bring one victim, bring it under what I will call an AEO, attorney's eyes only. Salah Emmanuel claimed that I will kill his victim or I will kill his victims' families. That's why he's afraid to bring the so-called victims. The judges in the United States, as old and experienced as they are, they said, hey, bring it under the attorney's eyes only claim, where I, the judge, only me, the judge, not even the lawyer of Ivor, will know about the victim. Salah Emmanuel was given 6 months to bring one of the 5,000 victims, and he failed to bring one or even half of the 5,000 victims. He was given a further extension of another 6 months to bring one of the 5,000 victims, and he failed. And this sends a message to the judges that this case is extremely frivolous. It is easy to sit and write pages of defamation against the integrity of someone fighting for freedom of expression, freedom of political rights, freedom of his nation, Ambazonia. And that is why Salah Emmanuel was sanctioned not only once, but twice. Now, some people may underestimate the importance of sanctions in the United States. When they sanction your political career in the United States, it's a huge deal. When they sanction your legal career in the United States, it's a huge deal. As we speak, Salah is on the verge of being disbarred from the legal system of the United States, where he will never, ever practice law. I want to formally announce that I'm in the process of disbarring Salah Emmanuel on misleading conducts within the United States, and I will do it. My lawyers are on it. I've not said lawyer, lawyers. Salah Emmanuel, be ready for me. I am coming after you with those lawsuits. Not only did he pay me huge amounts of dollars, worth about 15 million francs CFA, as I speak as of this day, October 7th, Salah Emmanuel is still owing me $6,500 by the U.S. court, ordered by the U.S. court to pay me $6,500. That is some huge amount of money that I can donate for charity in Ambazonia. Now, I am bringing this foundational case because I want to lay the groundwork on which Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas has been arrested. Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas was arrested, but none others in the United States was picked up or were picked up. And although it's kind of a coincidence, or it's of no coincidence, that at the same time he was being arrested, others were being raided in America. It tells you one thing. These guys are on their plate. They are every day holding meetings to disturb us or to strangle us from advocating for what we are advocating for, that is crippling the regime. I want to announce that Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo is dead. Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo of neighboring Cameroon. The same week he collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. That is the same week the intel of France, Britain, UK, and the rest, they came up with this ploy of strangling the neck of the Ambazonia revolution by arresting the most prominent of his leaders, Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas, raiding the home of Benedict Kwa and one other person. This is a strategy to limit us from proliferating, especially if the announced death of Mr. Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo is made public. We know the game they are about to play. But I want to thank God that what we saw on October 1, 2024 is extremely important. It gave the international community the impression that even if you arrest the entire leadership, including Tapang Tanku of the United States, you will still have a very active and more volatile Ambazonia. The people of Ambazonia, you saw them on October 1. They raised the guns, they were marching, and the women and children were extremely happy with these people promoting and shouting and standing for the young youths who were fighting for the self-defense of Ambazonia. They were extremely happy. There is nothing wrong in buying guns and bullets and explosives to defend your women and children, especially when the same force and even worse of that kind of force is being used against your women and children. Under law, it is the principle of reciprocity. If some enemy uses a gun at you, you need to use an equal and proportionate force, which is a gun, to fire back at that enemy. If someone drops a bomb on your family, on your head, and you survive it, you need to have a second strike capability. It's backed under international law completely. So when I hear clowns say, oh, you don't have the right to defend yourselves. Okay, we have the right to die. Do we have the right to die? Our people are doing exactly what we wanted. Buy your guns and protect your women and children. No one will do it for you. The same Norway that is there sponsoring Israel, sponsoring Ukraine, sponsoring conflicts across the world is the same Norway telling you that you're committing crimes against humanity, that you're advocating for violence, that you're advocating for this and that, parati parata. The same Norway that destabilized prospects of peace in North Africa, destroyed the regime of Libya, killed Muammar Gaddafi, participated with all the NATO atrocities. No one ever held them accountable. Is the same Norway going after a man who has no known crime, or even war crimes, crimes against humanity, and whatever you may want to list. It tells you the double standard of the West. It tells you the double standard, the hypocrisy these people put out. The same white man that colonized our people has never apologized or paid reparations to our people for all the colonialism they wrote out in Africa. Till today, they have never done so. It's the same man coming to catch your freedom fighter in whatever he describes as advocating for violence or whatever flimsy charges they'll be putting out. I thank God the United States does not operate like that of the crooked Europe, particularly Norway. But I also thank God that Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas has not only a Norwegian permanent residence, but a German permanent residence. And he will never ever be sent back to Cameroon. For this reason, the Cameroon government has sealed the lips of every media organization within Cameroon, has sealed the lips of every journalist within Cameroon not to report about Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas' incarceration in Norway. It is strategic. They know that journalists will be analyzing the situation, and the death of Paul Biya Bartholomew V. Vondo will be spewing out of their lips as they talk about the arrest of Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas. They also know, and they have been coached by the international community, to whom it may concern, that if you talk about the issue of Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas, you're only furthering, fanning the flames of the Ambazonia revolution. And that is true. I want to thank those boys, those self-defense forces on the ground, for their extreme cautiousness, for their extreme, I would say even quietness in the wake of this mayhem wrought out by the Norwegian regime. In other situations, Francophones would have been chased out of Ambazonia. It would have been spiraling uncontrollably at every direction in Ambazonia, but yet they are still holding closer to their heart on that particular joker, which I will not even approve in any way. But I want to tell you this. The people on the ground are not as intelligent as us. The people on the ground are not as intelligent to hold back as us, or to limit the way they talk as us, or limit the way they act as us. I am telling you this. This conflict you are seeing in Ambazonia remains one of the most complex conflicts in the world. When I say complex in even its resolution process, it is very complex. How will you start by solving this particular conflict? How will you start? On one hand, if you want to invade Ambazonia, you are destroying a people's livelihood and their right to self-defense. On the other hand, if you want to bring both parties together, you will be addressing the issue of Ambazonia. If you want to continue sponsoring the La Republique regime, you are directly funding the massacring, the ethnic cleansing of the people of Ambazonia. If you want to arrest the leaders, you are fanning the flames for more conflicts and volatility in Ambazonia. How will you start by solving this particular conflict? It remains a very, very, very slippery slope for everyone, including Norway, to climb on. If the courts in America declined hearing my case on the case of Ambazonia, then who is Norway, a small twat, to think they want to carry an ant hill on its own head? Let me tell you this, Ambazonians. You have a plausible, laudable, and a formidable case that you should stand on. For the last 4 years intensively, I have been silent. I have not spoken. I have not even uttered any single word on Ambazonia. But what provoked Tapang to come out and speak publicly today is the same thing that will provoke people if anything happens to Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas and any formidable leader truly fighting for Ambazonia's freedom. Just to tell you, people are not afraid. We've had it all. And those on the ground can spiral this thing at any moment. I'm telling you the truth. Even worse than Rwanda. But we'll continue passing out positive messages for them to stay put. And we'll continue to the best of our knowledge to advise them to stay within the international law and to stay within the frame. But we have no control absolutely over them. None. These are people we don't even know. We only pass our message. They are listening and they take action. So how well we frame our message keeps them within the confines. But I'm telling you this, there are always outliers, those who are ready to spiral this out of control. And the Norwegian government is encouraging a genocide worse than Rwanda. I can bet you on this. You are dealing with people who have guns in their hands, the Norwegian government. The US government should be extremely careful because you are dealing with people who take tramadol, people who take all kinds of drugs. You're dealing with people who've given it all, who've lost it all, who have nothing to lose. And you're dealing with a situation where Francophones are living in Ambazonia and anything could happen to them. So I'm advising the Western government to be extremely careful and cautious in the way they treat the leaders of Ambazonia, because the people on the ground are watching it. If I'm giving my own 2 cents, is to roll back any potential claim of a genocide worse than what happens in Rwanda. And don't say I did not tell you, because I'm telling this to those so-called educationists or professors of political science who are professors in classrooms but have no common sense to conflicts on the ground. If they can hear, let them pass the message to those policymakers and advise the governments of the USA, Norway, Britain, and France to take it slowly on the leaders of Ambazonia, because the people on the ground can spiral this against their own interest. I know they are working closely for the Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvonda regime. They are trying to promote and protect the interests of Paul Biya Bartholomew and who will be the next of kin. But this will not work for Ambazonia, and no form of intimidation will reduce us to rubble. Ambazonians, you have to be extremely careful. Extremely careful. You will have idiots who will come and talk nonsense. But guess what? At the end of the day, who are those with guns in their hands? These guys can spiral. I can tell you this. They can spiral this revolution in any angle, at any time, without any orders from any abroad. And now that you have Dr. Ayaba Cho in your confines, what if something happens? Will you say Ayaba was responsible? No, because the people are ruling themselves. That's what you fail to understand. It's not us in the diaspora. We only come and talk. It ends here. That's why talking doesn't even matter, because guess what? At the end of the day, we are in a revolution. Gone are the days when we needed social media to even fan the flames, to even encourage our people to be more peaceful. Today, the people are they have seen it all. They are in charge of everything. So for this reason, I even switch talk for Pidgin English, because I know some people in the way they want to hear this language of a Pidgin. I want to tell when I say one, I have a pass message through a woman, Lee. A pass message say, make all man turn up strong. Say this revolution, he don't wait for the particular arrest for a very long time. Nothing that way I about to talk him. You woman, he call me, he tell me, say make a talk for everybody. Now what I want to see me for here today. It tell me, say, Ayabacho to say you don't wait this particular arrest for a very long time, and say it don't be long overdue. Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, according to your woman, that means a thing where your woman tell me, now say number one, Ayabacho Lucas, they don't always know, say, as a freedom fighter, they goes always come after you, especially where it prick the interest of these Western people where they support Paul Biya Bartholomew being under your governor. That means, say, Dr. Ayaba don't always know, say they go come for you, and just a matter of when they go come for you. And because they don't come for you, they upbeat. That means, say, according to the woman ye words, say ye massa, they for prison, they ye fine. They try way for bail, ye massa deny. The lawyer for ye massa talks, say the man a very strong head man. In fact, for English word, they say, for French word, they say têtu. Say Ayabacho na very strong head man. That nothing away ye two lawyers them. White man, they talking for Ayabacho Lucas for prison. And no one go for that part for vex for the statement where they use them, but I be happy say they use that statement, because they thought say they give all conditions for Ayabacho for come up from prison, say they go and put you on bail. When I submit you, they call and say bail. Bail means say they go move you temporarily while monitoring you. Say the one put you on bail, the man denies saying no go come out for any bail. Say may they leave you for prison here till they solve the situation where they catch you for. Why they want put you on bail? They talk say one, you no get criminal record for Norway, say na a good citizen according to thing where the lawyers talk. And number two, say Ayaba Cho Lucas, the person where he get an established credibility where you know go run, goes on side for Africa, go hide. And number three, they want put you on bail because they don't see him say the charges where they level them against you, it no yet be proof, but they just want make sure say the investigation continue and complete to the end. Now, if Ayabacho Lucas deny bail for bail out yourself, for instance, Western world, where all man they want enjoy, people they want run enter Canada, people they want run enter US, it stay no, it go shit for prison. It tell you one thing. Say we, the people of Ambazonia, we don't always cosh Jesus. We don't know say that Jesus now our liberator. We don't always cosh Ayaba and AGOFC and ADF. We don't know say that AGOFC and ADF now our liberators them. And not true. Why? When I coach Ayaba, say oh Ayaba na la Republic. Oh ADF na la Republic. ADF they work with Cameroon B. They work with this one. Now, when I fit talk again, una fit open a mop, una talk. No, they no fit talk. Ngang, they no fit talk. You fit open your mop, coach Ayaba again, ngang. But here, after they arrest Ayaba, these people they come up for all sides. Christopher Anus and the rest. Oh, let us come together as one. We make unity. Yes, I agree to the unity. That unity got to be now under the ADF and AGOFC. When I come under the mother organization for ADF, AGOFC, we make that unity. Where Ayabacho God gets to be the figurehead as the Ambazonia revolutionary leader. It don't always call for guns. Since when are the shame for call guns. When are the shame for call gun, when I call them den tools and sophisticated machines. When are the shame for call them. Man the way they call them, they don't already arrest you. When I just go start on that here. Any other political charade, what they make from outside, they not go work. And I did tell Una, and I want to make some big announcements. Una not be surprised. Make I talk this one. I not just say sometimes I never talk, but make I just talk the real thing. Una not be surprised sometimes they prepare Ayabacho Lucas for a big deal. For a big deal where go happen for inside Ambazonia. Una not be surprised. Una not know how white man they work. We don't see them for the case of Alassane Ouattara. We don't see them for the case of Ali Bongo. We don't see them for other cases there for Africa. And these guys, they call the shots. And they encourage Western interference. But I just tell when presidents things the way don't happen in the past, will it happen in the present. Will I not be surprised? Say these guys that they find somebody where they feel rely on for continue the path, for hold a path towards stability, for appoint them that leader where they were always seeing for Africa. Will I not be surprised? Will I not be surprised? Say even Russia, the way that they sweep across Northern Africa, take all these young leaders, the way they be prominent. They the one cash Ayabacho for hold up, for prepare ye for some big position where go be an ally to the US government, or the Western government, they still be part of our Ambazonia revolution. In one way or the other, will I not be surprised? I did just tell Una because when the time come, I know say, oh, Tapang, we don't talk. Because these guys, they monitor, they know who gets sense. And for inside the entire Ambazonia revolution, Ayabacho gets sense past all man. It gets sense past all when you will watch me. When I not be surprised that they prepare this man for some position where they go always with all those words. Mandela says they call him terrorist. They be called Mandela terrorist. Mandela died. The whole world, all presidents, they fly for South Africa for go honor Mandela. These guys, they don't get, if you understand Western politics, they don't get permanent friends, they don't get permanent enemies. They're going to make you the enemy today. They're going to make you their best friend tomorrow. They're going to make you your best friend today. They're going to make you your best friend, your worst enemy tomorrow. Don't be surprised. And I see them from two angles. One, these guys, they feel intimidate everything for cool down as we probably around die, they make a smooth transition. But number two, they feel they prepare Ayaba for something bigger. I know why I even talk, but bigger than me and you. And this is a reality. They don't get nobody in the West where they feel trust them for hand over some certain responsibility for you. They don't get nobody. They don't get nobody at all in the West. None. Jamais. Paul Biya always block all the chances. Even Frank Biya, they don't even know whether they go ever be safe. The Western world define his interest to protect them. Therefore, don't catch Ayaba since not be today. Therefore, don't start make this intimidation on scenes not be today. They know who get guns and bullets there for ground. They know who get them. They know who don't prepare soldiers they psychologically for do more things on the ground. They know. These people they know. Not be fools them. No, they get sense. They get NGOs where they work with them. NGOs they report for them. They get UN organizations where they report that they see the things on the ground. They talk to people. Them people they talk say no. Now this man be responsible. Now this man he know the road. When they don't do all their fact finding and their gathering, they will come up with some strategy for pull that person closer to them. That means that when you beat person, you drag and bring them closer to you. For see mindset, for see whether they feel prepare you for take over some certain things. Them. I did tell when a reality when I go understand this thing in the next 2 years. When Tapang talk, when I like and I not listen, now after 2 years when I go listen. These people they feel they prepare Ayaba for something bigger. But the Ayaba one know him. As I don't always tell when if I be president for Cameroon today, so the first thing I the first transfer headquarters for military for Bamenda. Second, I put all diplomatic missions for Bamenda. Third, I cut off Cameroon from the map. Cut them, separate Cameroon from Ambazonia. And when I no go do nothing. Because I get military and I get diplomacy. When I listen, oil and resources for Cameroon, it ain't for Ambazonia. If Ambazonia no breathe, Cameroon they breathe. These people they fight na interest. Where their interests lie. Timber na for Ambazonia. Oil na for Ambazonia. Deep sea port na for Ambazonia. Everything na for Ambazonia. Cameroon na a waste land. Na a dry zone. Na place with no minerals, no fedede. Nothing. Na only sex, prostitution, chobro port, makanana, he finished for day. Makanana Owe, he finished for day. That's all Cameroon has. When you cross, you enter inside Ambazonia. That is where Norway is hungry for chop. America is hungry for chop oil na for Gulf of Guinea, na for Ambazonia. The Gulf of Guinea, not for Ambazonia. Not be anywhere else, not for Ambazonia. So I tell you this make you understand one thing. These people they fight for interest, and that interest lies in Ambazonia. And the person will eat the shidong on top of that interest, or they stand on their way, now Dr. Ayaba Cho Lucas. And no be surprised. Say these guys that they prepare something bigger, where it be bigger than your eyes can see. But now only we who give our freedom of speech, we tell one. And I want to tell when I say one, some people don't always talk. I don't see a lot of comments of Facebook's nonsense. Oh, Tapang, you are next. You are next. When I tell the FBI where they talking on next, may they hurry up. May they know what kind of foot. May they pay taxi. I never ever change number one. Never ever change number for US number one. When I no play with Tapang, they stay number two. This information is public. Anytime I want to see me, when I come go football fee every Saturday, I play football. If you don't get nothing for fear, you don't get nothing for hide. If you don't get nothing for hide, you don't get nothing for fear, you don't get nothing for hold you back from speaking your mind. And I go tell one of the truth any day, anytime. The most clean person for this revolution than me, what I talk for now. Clean in every way. I never ever chop my money. I give my own money. I never ever key person. I dey protect people. I never ever run hide someplace. I never commit any crime. Nothing. If you define me, it'll waste your time. The people we get to find them, they did for inside for ground zero and the Sako Ikome them. Where you get to go find Sako Ikome. Where you come for Tapang Ivory, waste their time. And for this reason, I want to tell anybody where they claim say, oh, na unity, Christopher Ano and the rest. This message gets to go out for now. When I rally under the ADF, AGOFC, when I come together, make we see how we promote this revolution. The catching of Ayaba, na strong sign. Say when they bring this thing for inside ICC, the one hear this case, they go hear Ambazonia case. No other time in Ambazonia history could this have made more sense than now. Make a repeat. They catch Sako, Sisiko, Ayoktabe, and the 10 others. Who's that in there today? Forgotten case. No, I'll be sorry for talking about forgotten case. They catch them, Nera 10, who will protest, who will talk. Guess what? Forgotten case. Truly, yes, no, let's be honest. Talk with me. Forgotten case. They forgot about them. They're done. Put up for prison. Done. No international court not ever come in. Nothing. They die for them. Who cares? Don't go. I'll be sorry, but I'm talking the reality. Not beside to bring them down. I'm just talking facts. They don't catch them. They don't go. The rest where they should know for abroad. They fear for call one guns. They call and say sophisticated machines. They fear for call and they call and say den tools. They fear. The next person we ever catch here for any site closer to Ambazonia, Namdi Kano, they take it for one side for Kenya, they send her for Nigeria. It be jailed in Nigeria. Done. Forgotten case. Done. I'm sorry to say this. I just analyze them. Done. The 12 keys for dungeon. Dead man, sorry, done. International case, no court will hear you, sorry, gone. Full stop. Ayoktabe, gone. 10 others in Nera, gone. Namdi Kano, gone. The next person where they catch in a hole, Ayaba Cho Lucas. You go trade a key for side for Nigeria? No. You go trade for Cameroon? No. You go trade for inside here for the Western world? Then we must hear the case. I don't know what I want to hear this thing because there is no time now whether Cameroon be extremely quiet and silent. Cameroon be extremely quiet and silent because there is no time they can ever hear this case than now. Because they fear, say they don't bring the issue where they don't suppress them for Cameroon. I mean, inside Cameroon, you cannot even defend freedom fighters without being in trouble as a lawyer. You not even defend Ambazonian activists in prison without being in trouble in Cameroon. Because it's something you cannot even talk about. Now, you don't give the international community. I want to thank Salah Emmanuel and Nkonda Titus. No, make I just, I think let me switch to English. I want to formally thank Nkonda Titus and Salah Emmanuel for internationalizing the Ambazonia struggle. For one main reason. One, never have we ever thought in the Ambazonia history would we come to this point in time where Norwegian government, France, Britain, and the UK would be coming after us to drag us to their courts to hear our case, to internationalize the name Ambazonia, and to make it internationally recognizable. Let me explain. Without Nkonda Titus and Salah Emmanuel, we will be bearing our case under the Cameroon regime. It is because of these two criminals that we've been able to stand on the platform of courts across the world, courts across Europe, courts across the United States to advocate for Ambazonia because it directly implicates us. This is the power of one Nkonda Titus and Salah Emmanuel are engineering for us. They are working for us. They are working for our favor. And I want to extremely thank them from the bottom of my heart and from their wives' bottom. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart and from their wives' bottom for this great initiative they've done for the people of Ambazonia. Without the litigation or the fake lawsuits, you will never ever hear the word Ambazonia. For the first time, the judge in federal court in California spoke to me, three of them. This on YouTube. Go on YouTube, just Google Tapang Ivo / Ambazonia Federal Court judge or whatever. You'll see it. 3 per judge. The youngest was about 70 years old. The youngest among the three, 70 years old. On my name, talking about Ambazonia. They said they've never ever heard about any case like that of Ambazonia. That is what they said on the 15-minute video call. Clear video. I've posted this thing multiple times on my page. You can watch it. Go scroll my page and watch it. They said we have an interesting case. That's what the judge said. And it is thanks to who? Salah Emmanuel. Sometimes they say bad publicity is good publicity. And it's true. Bad publicity sometimes is really good publicity. They said they have never heard about the Ambazonia case until now, and that it makes it a more interesting case. And they were railing against Salah Emmanuel for his uncouth, unprofessional, and labradoritic performances as a lawyer. And I want to thank Salah Emmanuel from the bottom of my heart. Without them, we will not be hearing the case in Norway, although it's not even in any direct relationship to them. They'll not be hearing our cases in Norway. And let me tell you this, Ambazonians, as a freedom fighter, you should be ready to sacrifice your own freedom for the freedom of others. And let me repeat, as a freedom fighter, your goal is not to fight for your own freedom, it's to fight for the freedoms of other people who don't have freedom. And in the process, be ready to lose your own freedom. You'll be sacrificing your own freedom on the platter, on the platform of a guillotine for the freedom of your own people. And that is what Ayaba Cho is currently facing right now. And that is what me, okay, let me put it in this simple way. With the arrest of Ayaba Cho, people say, oh, Tapang, go hide here, not talk here. Go hide, Joe, go hide your head. Why should I be hiding? What crime have I committed? Non, laissez-moi, j'ai pas long, j'ai pas long, j'ai tout parlé, j'ai pas long, tout pas long, ou est pas long. Laissez-moi, j'ai pas long, laissez-moi, j'ai pas long. Why should I be hiding? For what reason? Said, fear who? What crime have I committed? Where? I don't murder who? I don't kidnap who? I don't chop who money? Why should I be hiding? For heaven's sake. Oh, Tapang, no, go hide your head, yeah. Hide, no, hide for what? For what? What crime? What? Name my crime here. My tell Ambazonians, intimidation will not work against me. I don't know whether they will tell Nana how many times. Nobody born of a woman feel intimidate me in a lie. Nobody. And I talk openly. Well, when I know me now, I don't change face. I never do plastic surgery now. Now the same face. My name now see the same name now. Now my hand them this now. For inside United States here now. I don't change face. No. When your hand clean, when you have done nothing wrong and you know your conscience is clean, there is no hiding. There's no reason for you to hide. I'm not a criminal. And now you want to tell when I don't get to be afraid of this Western clowns, this Biden regime. And that's why I regret that we not get Donald Trump regime. Under Donald Trump regime, they call these fake clowns in Cameroon shithole countries. And it's true. Trump called them shithole countries. Trump is the only president in the US that has never, ever for once accepted to greet or shake the hands of Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimbondo and the wife. Under Trump, Ambazonians freely express their right to have a country. Biden come in, stifle we, roll out intimidation tactics, invaded our homes, thinking we will shut our mouths. We will not shut them out. Why? Why? If we've committed a crime, just come and arrest us. Stop intimidating us with those fake FBI raids and some nonsense. I'm done with this nonsense. I'm done. People, they die for inside Cameroon. Ambazonians, they are dying in droves. You cannot address that. You come to check after us who have families. And we're advocating that our families back home should have self-defense for themselves. You're coming to intimidate us. Us. Not even Francophones who are advocating that, oh, go kill them for that site. Yeah. We have Francophones here whose family members are all working for the bees. And every day they are against Ambazonia. Oh, we'll kill you guys. All the terrorists. And you guys cannot go and catch those Francophones. You come after us who have families. All I do every day is to say, my family members, buy your guns and protect yourself. What is bad in it? Why don't you go after those bees who are the ones responsible, whose family members reside here in the US, and they are supporting the bees to come and kill my family members? Why don't you go after them? Or we don't know them. Why don't you go after Salah Emmanuel, who is responsible for supporting the regime that goes and kills families in Ambazonia? Why don't you go after Salah Emmanuel? That's just to tell you the Biden regime works with the Cameroon government and it will all end. That's why I say no. For every reason, Donald Trump is the right person. And their time is already getting up. Few more days, 30 more days for the regime to be over. Donald Trump is extremely the right person, 100% right. He called Africa shithole countries. Yeah, of course, it's a shithole country. What else? Whatever other adjective is good to describe Cameroon? It's a shithole country. When I want to know me, so when it's all you, everybody here talk true. We never coach Cameroon. You never coach the African country. You never coach Nigeria. Oh, show that dirty country self. You never coach them. When Donald Trump want to talk, he own a crime. Donald Trump, they repeat that thing when I don't tell you over the years. Oh, that dirty country. I beg, get out. I would find asylum. When I give me asylum for a year, I go. That dirty country. When Trump talk the same thing in English, when I shithole, dirty country means what? Translate dirty country for English, my year. Shithole. Shithole. shithole country. That's what Trump says. In pidgin, he don't just translate for that. Dirty country, shithole countries. I have nothing to do with those shithole countries. And he protected us. He gave us everything we needed. I'm telling you, Ambazonians, there is no better time. Let me tell you this. According to the message from Dr. Abacho, you look as a lawyer. They want to take the case, escalate, and go for Hague. Or they want to take and go escalate and go for the highest courts in Europe, which is a good thing. And Abacho Lucas, they propose, say, may they take the case, go down for Hague. Say, no way, nothing hear these particular charges. This is what Lee Ayaba, he tell me. Say, Ivo, my husband is saying that they should not only litigate the case here in Norway, they should take it to the European courts. And it tell when I say Ayaba gets a vision for this revolution where it be stronger than anything else. And if they take this case, go down for European court, it makes it a European affair. So who are those involved and directly implicated? France and Britain. Not only Norway now, France becomes a party, Britain becomes a party. Directly you guys are hearing the Ambazonia problem. I want to thank God for having a leader like Ayabacho Lucas. No other time in history. And when some people they say, oh, Ivy, why are you supporting a terrorist? My brother, your freedom fighter is not my freedom fighter. Your terrorist will not be my terrorist. Nowhere has Ambazonia Defense Forces or the Ague of Sea been declared a terrorist group. Put that in your mind. Put that in your mind. If actually we were all criminals, they would have immediately declared the ADF as a terrorist group. None. They have never ever. The Norwegian government, according to the lawyers of Dr. Ayabacho Lucas, have made a mistake. They were thinking that Ayabacho is part of what they call the Allied Defense Forces of Congo that have been internationally declared as a terrorist group. Make her explain, and I go talk of a pigeon. Time where they come for can catch Ayabacho Lucas. The same moment where they raid Benedict Kwa, the same moment where they raid one other person. The Norwegian government go on the intelligence, say Ayabacho be part and a member and a leader of the Allied Defense Forces, the ADF of Congo. And that Allied Defense Forces of Congo has been declared internationally like a terrorist group. So they make a big mistake. Now that they try for redress, for go back to their original claim, say, okay, we just check whether he do violence. Now you were the one give the man bail. It was no. When I don't catch me, when I not go move me. When I must hear this case, even if when I talk say I don't commit some violence on site, wait to be the country. Now Cameroon, I not be part of Cameroon. Tell me the country where I don't commit the crime. There is shame for open mouth for call the word Ambazonia. Because by opening their mouth for acknowledging Ambazonia, you have acknowledged the rights of the people of Ambazonia. Now, Ayabacho said no. When I not go end this thing for Norwegian court, when I go take him, because since he been a German citizen, he did request, made they push the case for the European courts. That means for inside Europe, they get their own European courts. Where if something happen within Europe, you have a strong plenty, they take them, escalate them for different level. And you Ayaba don't talk, say no. When I take this thing, when I send them for European court, make we hear this thing for European court. For no actually, wait if the problem for Ambazonia or Cameroon. The Norwegian government they try to play tricks. Ayaba said they come out of prison. And under Norway law, Ayabacho get 40 days for them for inside prison. And the Norwegian government gets to act for under 40 days. They don't arrest him now and when they can't go past 40 days or something. They might be past 20 days or past how many days. The time will be over. But Ayaba say even if the time be over, he go only shit down for that prison until they take you go to European court. And that is exactly what we want to see. So Ambazonians, when I talk something for here, make when I hear them clearly. These people, the way that they call themselves presidents in the revolution, Sako Ikome, Christopher Anus, and the rest, when I don't see them, Ayabachona, the rolling stone that gathers no moss. They don't try all way for position themselves to Canada. I hear a conference that take place for Canada. On what grounds would I go really go for Canada, go the whole conference? Oh Lord, Ambazonians there. They think they dull a sheep. On what grounds you go hold conference? I want the hungry power on a hungry for tea and croissant. When I want to chop croissant, when I come to my a croissant. When I go chop tea and croissant for Canada. Oh, Canadian, oh, let's go to Canada. We'll go to dialogue. We are empty coconut heads. You are going to go and sit there with who? With who? To talk about what? You get how many force on the ground? Now, laissez moi, je parle en français ou je parle. Si je voulais expliquer en français, vous allez au Canada pour chercher quoi? Pour chercher, on a cherché. Pour chercher quoi? Pour parler à qui? The thing that surprised me. When I go Canada, for go she don't talk so with you like, oh, as the leader of Ambazonia, we can do these things so that Ambazonia. I mean, like I see these clowns, I laugh. I really laugh. When I give me that money for the flight, give me that money for flight. My send them for ground people they go defend themselves. Give when I lack for do money, when I give me person she don't on site. Person some idiot she don't on site. It goes scam US government money, scam international NGOs money. Say one organized conference. This is what they do. I know the game they play. Ma tell you now, this is the game. I worked for the UN. Not before any kind of position. Google my name. I worked in one of the highest positions for UN as the head of communication. So I know exactly the game these people play. They go and sit, write some grants or write some nonsense and request for money to hold dialogue for some conflict happening that they have no mastery of. Oh, please, can you give us just 50 million? We want to organize a conference and we'll call a few leaders in America to come and sit and let's pretend as if we're talking. We justify it and then we sign that, oh, we held a conference and it was okay. These are the resolutions. That's it. Paperwork tiger, paper tigers. That's how they operate. That I keep saying it every day in. The first and the only person who stood against the Swiss talks. Now who? Now Tapang Ivo. Where's the Swiss talks today? You don't die, right? The same thing I tell when I know waste from that time. I know conflict to my fingertips. I know exactly how they pan out. I have written papers about the processes of conflicts. And so when I tell when something when I understand and clearly, these people, these organizers of Swiss, Canada, you will hear a new one tomorrow, maybe Ottawa conference. You'll hear all those names, Helsinki conference. These people, how they operate, I mean the organizers, how they operate, they go knock at the doors of Washington, D.C., will knock at the doors of Paris, knock at the doors of Birmingham and say, hey, I am of this category. I want to organize this conference that would address the people, the conflict in Cameroon, not even Ambazonia, but in Cameroon, so that peace can return to the northwest and southwest regions. Okay, money granted. Let's say 50 million granted. 50 million granted. They hold the 50 million. They come now to America, take a flight or get visas. The visas here is we are organizing a conference in Canada. We are going to America to meet some leaders and try to talk to them so that they can fly over to Canada. From that 50 million, we'll pay their flights. We'll give them 1,000. They pay their flights and come to Canada. That's how they operate. Strategy number 2. They go get visas. They come now to America. Come and sit. Hey, Ivo, who's are you there? Are they fine? I say, how are you, no man? I don't mean a long time. I say, yes. I said, how we wait to the upward coming today? Oh, we go Canada. I beg if he come for conference for Canada. I say conference, where is it? Oh, Cameroon, we have some conference about the Ambazonia, this thing, come for Ambazonia. Strategy number 2, I'm talking reality facts. I received the calls. Strategy number 2. Number 3, yeah, we'll hold a conference. I beg just come for Canada since we want to gather some leaders. I say, okay, so what's the conference about? Oh, no one talk about this Ambazonia thing. I said, no, I'm not interested. Sorry. If not the thing where you give my people then guns and bullets for ground, I will not know me and not be interested. I drop the call. Guess what? 1-2 months later, they say, oh, this people that go Canada. Who are the people? Sako Kome, Christopher Anos, John Bakuro, all those clowns that they head to Canada. When they go for Canada, go Shidon, guess what? The organizers don't pay their flight. They give the 1,000, they give the inman 1,000, they pay flight, they come, they lodge them for hotel. The person where organize that conference, it will initially take 50 million. He not go spend up to 10 million for that 50 million or up to 20 million for that 50 million. He don't make more cheese, burger. He dress up table. He put bread, croissant. He put small mimbo for all my table. Any man chop, chop, chop. They make and they say notes taken, notes taken, notes taken. After that, they make a small one-page resolution. Okay, this is what is happening. And guess what? When I go reach for Canada on that day for the Saturday, when I say no, the agenda now for Cameroon conflict. That's when they start telling you the real agenda of the thing. When they call you on phone, they say, no, Ambazonia thing we want to address them. Time we don't reach now for Canada, they can't tell you, say, no, the agenda been a Cameroon. You're seeing for agenda resolving the Cameroon conflict as if we are part of Cameroon. As if we have a conflict in Cameroon. They're not going to mention the word, I feel bet you my life, I feel bet you my kidneys. They're not going to mention the word Ambazonia, nothing. Now, they go invite the other parties from Cameroon. Prime Minister for Cameroon, they will come for day. They'll invite Canada ambassador to Cameroon. He go there for day. Guess what? Not just a charade for justify money where they don't swallow and inside their pockets, and for justify say these are the processes that we are taking to make sure that the conflict okay, everything goes well. We know those things. We know the game, and you are falling for it. Now, hungry they do enough America. When I come, I take when I go restaurant. When I go chop for restaurant for free, we get buffet restaurant, Chinese buffet themselves. Now hungry they do now. Why would I like power too much? Oh, you want to position yourself. I want to position myself. I must be the leader of this. Why? Why? The spoil one from mommy's side or papa's side on a neighbor's side because neighbor to the boy begin mommy. Neighbor spoil one. I know I don't get it. I don't get it. And you are excited about it. You're excited about, oh, Canada conference. Canada conference. You want to be seen as if you are doing something big for the. Let me tell you this, Ambazonians. The only person who is doing anything big for this revolution is Ayaba, Cho, Lucas, and Benedictwa. Full stop. All of them are clowns. Full stop. Jamais. When you want to see clowns, they like conferences. Conference by conference. Conference will never give you independence. Never. You have to position yourself in the power of strength, on the position of strength. And that is why they're coming after Ayaba, not after Sako. Not after, they know those paper tigers. They know those clowns. If FBI raid your home, it means that what you are doing, you are at power, what we call in political science, power parity. You have reached the level of power parity. Yase Kukla. You have reached Yase Kukla's concept of power parity. FBI need to deplace itself. You can't raid their home whenever. That means say without them, like this guy, man, this guy, what you have done, like no, he said they had them. Why did they come with SWAT? Now why did they come with SWAT him? Like he said, no, oh, this guy, man, this guy is tough. FBI will not deplace itself. Come like no. Ayaba has positioned himself on the platter of power. That is why he is going through what he's going through right now. Sako has positioned himself on the platter of beggarship. Beg, hungry, beg, pastor. That's why he is irrelevant in the eyes of those who matter. I feel bet you, say for White House, when they want to talk Ambazonia revolution, one call inside their heart, one call where they know, they call Ayaba, Cho, Lucas first. Say, who is that guy? Benedictwa, who is that guy? Tapang Ivo, who is this guy that talks too much? They go call these guys. I feel bet you on my life. They know who is that. They know those politicians. They know them. But let me tell you, you're afraid of what? If you have nothing to hide, don't be afraid of anything. Now me this. Oh, Tapang, they go arrest you. Oh, Tapang, why would they ever try anything for me? Because they know that I am clean. They know. This is the US, not Cameroon, where they hide. For here, they just need to just subpoena your bank account, look your bank account, and say, no, but this guy works his clean money. He's good. This guy is fine. We know where he studied. He has a PhD. I know he's fine. He has 3 kids. He has 3 rebels. Yeah, he's fine. He's just talkative. Let's put this one aside. They know who is the criminal. They are not fools. They are not fools. The system is already networked to pick out any person at any time if you are a threat to them. So when one talks something that because we talk because we know, we have lived it, we have experienced it. Something that I don't tell nothing here. But maybe in my book I will come publish and when I go read the answer my book. Now for them I open and say, hey, Ivo, this thing happened for you, and I go be surprised, and I go be shocked. I want to tell one Ambazonians, the people, I want to talk something will be very important. Even if you wipe out the leadership of Ayaba, you wipe out the leadership of, call any other person, and let's say the entire diaspora, imagine say you drop some bomb amount for all our heads, or we die, the revolution will continue for go. I think, in my opinion, Say the time for Mark Beretta and Tapang Ivo, we give a lot of sensitization where it prep people their minds, it make them people they understand. Say there should be a transition, even if these guys they need to exist. Why I talk so? These guys have a ground now. I feel bet you for the last 4 years. They didn't even listen to. No, no housekeeping, please. No, no, please. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I did for this hotel. Thank you, mom. Yeah. So, now the housekeeping, they say housekeeping, housekeeping. You know, this high class hotel, they want Master Money enjoy it. Anyways, my talk with it. Let's see, money enjoy life for America. When I can't say, oh, Tapang Ivo, you should not talk this thing because you die. This is part of freedom fighting. If I have everything, what am I fighting for? I could just shouldn't enjoy my money, just shouldn't enjoy my life, enjoy myself, go to beach, travel. I have everything. I've achieved literally everything I've always wanted to achieve in life. I have 3 master's degrees. I have a PhD. Now I'm doing the second PhD. I don't even tell another oneself. I've achieved everything I can achieve. I've achieved literally everything at a young age in life. Why can I not just sit somewhere like Donald Trump, the way he's talking? Why can I just go and enjoy myself and forget about all this nonsense? It's because of my passion to help my people. I grew up in situations where I went to school without shoes for foot. And when I think about those situations, I think about people like you who are suffering on the ground. And I say, no, you should stand your grounds. Or they for America, yeah. Oh, Tapa, they work at the height. If at the height, when you swipe your bank card for America, they go know exactly place where you don't, where place where you stay exactly. Housekeeping there for them. Oh, housekeeping. They know you hear my name. You know, yeah, they call my name for them. I use my fake name. These clowns, the way they don't understand, say people that they sacrifice their own freedom for the freedom of people on the ground. And what vexes me, now these Anglophones, the way they do work out, these fools them from my Facebook page. I know them. They don't want, oh, Tapang, you guys should stop this thing. The people are suffering on the ground. We don't always, laissez-moi, je parlons. Laissez-moi, je parlons, s'il vous plaît. We don't always suffer, even before this revolution. How is it possible? Say, make I repeat, more I hear this one clear. Why, name me one instance where a francophone man, let's say francophone Cameroonian, or someone living in French Cameroon, has ever been caught for any crime. Name it, whatever crime. I'm giving you, challenge me, I'm waiting for the response here. I'll read your message. Give me the answer to this. Name me one single French Cameroonian who has ever been arrested for any crime and jailed in Northwest, Southwest. Name one in your entire family history. In your entire history since you were born. None. There has never been a case any francophone is arrested in Yaoundé or Douala or Kuseri and brought and jailed in Bamenda or in Boya. None. It will never happen. But they come, they arrest you from Nkambe. They don't only put you in Nkambe prison. They take you down, passing through Messachi, going through Ibui, leaving all the prisons along the road, passing through upstation Bamenda, not even putting you in upstation Bamenda, but going towards Yaoundé to go and incarcerate you in Yaoundé. What does that tell you? I want to ask a question. Name me one. Make I just open comment section. Maybe I go read them. I go read them for comment section. Now in this I look up here. Comment section, Facebook. I want to read comments for you. I want your person will give me the and if you give me the answer, I give you $1,000. You know me. Make I give my reader. I want your answer from here. Now in the comment section, this. Name me one person. I want to ask them one at the wait comments. One person. If you just join, share. Share this broadcast. I'm not saying put a no side Facebook, but share. If it is just join. Name me one person. We'll get the entire time. I need to rush to shut down everything. I'm done for today. Name me one person, one, any francophone, who was even anglophone. I want to give more just say any Cameroonian, even anglophone, who has ever been arrested anywhere outside the Mongo. That means say French Cameroon, anywhere. If it be for Douala Yaoundé, arrested in Yaoundé, but jailed in Boya prison or Bamenda prison. None. No one exists. But on a daily basis, when they catch you, even before the Ambazonia revolution, before, I'm not saying that it's because of Ambazonia. No, let's cut off 2016 and below. Before the Ambazonia revolution, when they catch you, They take you directly to Choleri prison, how they call that prison for Yaoundé. All those, their prison cells. That's where they take you to go and jail you. They have never ever kept you where you were born, where your placenta was, or even around where your placenta was. It tells you these guys are kidnapping. And when you talk about the real kidnappers are those who take you from your own place and go with you to where they think they have power over you. That is what we, the owners of political science, we call kidnapping. We, the owners of political science, we call this kidnapping. You take somebody from where the person lives. Yes, let's say the person committed a crime. You take him, you don't jail him where he lives, where he can have access to his family members or access to food and water. You take him to a distant land in Yaoundé where you keep him there and he dies there and his family members are in Messager. Maybe his mother has no means of transportation or even he's a peasant farmer. There's no way this woman can leave and go visit his child or their husband in Yaoundé. Even if they go to Yaoundé, they'll get a hotel. How would they even feed their family members in Yaoundé? This is a crime against humanity. I am telling you this so you can see it for yourself. If you are truly an Anglophone, you should not be supporting Paul Biya Bartholomew. You should not support the Francophone regime in any way, shape, and form. It happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. Like, even if the person committed a crime, the basic thing in international humanitarian law is that prisoners have food, water, access to their family members, where they are living. You take somebody from Messager, Sabongari, you take him right up to Yaoundé where he cannot even speak French or even communicate in prison. You dump him there. His family members cannot access him. They cannot even go to that Yaoundé and stay one night in a hotel. They cannot afford a hotel. They cannot afford transportation to go there. Is that not killing of the first order? That is what you and I are fighting for. That is what me, you, here fighting for. Sacrificing our own freedom to end this mayhem. And to you, it's okay. To you, it's perfectly okay. A Francophone man has never ever been picked up from Yaoundé, Douala, Kuseri, name it, and jailed in Anglophone region. No, to them, no, not our child. Our child will not go that far. But to you, you are the lesser human being. If it still happens till today, it has to end today. And when you talk about kidnapping, this is a typical case of kidnapping practiced at the state level by the government. And when you say, oh, Amba boy, they kidnap, Amba boy don't kidnap who? So then Amba boy, they even call when I say, as I say, oh, but give me 3 million, give me 2. They've even increased themselves. I'd always talk, this is my personal opinion now. You guys know Tapang Ivo. I don't hide my mind. I'm an open book. Therefore, increase them to 16, how they go to 1 trillion self. I care. I don't care. I don't care. Because Cameroon government taught Amba boys that strategy. When Cameroon catch you, take and go Konengi, you want to go move a person to Konengi, they pay how many millions? You pay 5 million for move person to Konengi. If at all they go move them. People they die for Konengi. You go pay 5 million, says them. If at all they go move them, you pay 5 million, make come out. Amba boy catch you for that side, he ask you 200,000, he cry. No, but true. Who taught who? Nobody tell say Cameroon are one and invisible. Yes. So Cameroon don't teach Amba boy they have to do the same thing with they do. Why won't they vex? Why won't they vex? Not to encourage kidnapping, but I'm just simply giving you my personal opinion that this is how I see it. This is how I analyze it. Cameroon has taught Amber boys how to kidnap. Not Tapang Ivo, not me, not you. They taught Amber boys how to kidnap, how to do what they have been doing. And this is very sad. Then you come up with a claim. Oh, Ivo, when I'm going to stop down, I think people are suffering. People were suffering before the 2016 revolution. And I will come every day now. Every day when I go see me life. Every day. People are suffering and they were suffering before this revolution. I'll give you a simple example. People did not done the four bush before the revolution was started. When I begin to have trouble, my pa died like police. Salary till today, pension, I never ever see him. I never ever see him. Most Anglophones are being how they call it, economic, they survive economically because of their family members living abroad. If you take away the families living abroad for every Anglophone member, there will be absolute poverty in Ambazonia. Absolute. Some of us, we sit here every month from our salary. In fact, even if you are married to a white man, woman, America, he already knows, even if you take salary every month, family get to survive. When I get to send the money back home. That's the reality. That is the reality. The systems cannot even protect their own. We are the ones helping our families members back home. In fact, I've even made it a policy for my family member them back home. Say if they wanna buy one bag rice, when I turn and look neighbor, when I share the one bag rice with neighbor, because so that neighbor where you know get family member back home, sometimes they don't even get the one for chopper. That is how we Anglophones will help our own. If we're not abroad, I can bet you how many of you sat public exams and passed. So one come out say ENS. Now ENS even survey a little bit of Anglophones. True. No, I would don't talk the truth too much. No matter talk. Laisse-moi je parle la vérité. Now ENS survive some of Wuna Anglophones. They wanna the shit over that side because I've been a small dirty teacher them. Oh no, I wanna stop that nonsense here. Idiot. This is what vexes me. Non, ça m'énerve. Non, je vais parler le français. Ça m'énerve. When you sit and you're enjoying yourself, you should remember that some people need freedom. You should always keep it in mind. It's not all about yourself. It's not all about your selfish ego. It's for a national interest. Look at the problems you have caused because you could not take out Pobia 20 years ago. Now he is dead. There is a power gap that breeds political chaos in Cameroon because there is no smooth transition of power. Everyone is wondering. Marafa from prison says he wants to be president. Marafa from prison says he will be the president. And you're not worried. You're not worried about your political affiliation to CPDM and Pobia and all those nonsense. You're not worried about it. The day we will open our eyes and see the reality, when I go one comes on Tapang go run these things. Oh, Ayabacho the position yourself be president. Ayabacho want to be president for who? For where? How? We? When? Who? When? Where? How? I told you guys this thing 2 years ago. That don't be surprised that Ayabacho will even die while this revolution is continuing. And it's true. If he dies in prison today, has he been president? No. The Ambazonia revolution will not materialize until the next 30 years. If you are in this revolution thinking that in the next 2 years you guys will have independence, is a lie. But let me tell you this. Because Paul Biya is dead, I want to give you this advice. I see Ambazonia having its independence this year. Let me explain. And you guys don't know what's cooking in the background. Because Paul Biya is dead, I see Ambazonia having its independence this year. Let me explain. Remember, I always told you guys when I was standing for federation, I said this in my videos, go and take the, why Tapang, why the support federation? Why the support federation? Why this? I'll be telling you 2 reasons. One, I am on the radical side of federation because I stand for that federation where you, the Anglophone, you take power, you hold the military. That means if they appoint me today, Tapang Ayaba, president of Cameroon, I will first of all cut the military, put them for inside Ambazonia or from Norway, Southwest. The headquarters of the military will be transferred from Yaoundé to Northwest, where I have powers over as Awing. Or Southwest, where I've been a mock for Smonzi, I put them for day. I take the judiciary or the diplomatic affairs, all diplomatic missions, I send them to the Northwest, Southwest zones. Then I cut off, because I have powers over the judiciary and the military, I cut off, directly declare that this zone is now Ambazonia. You will do nothing about it. Nothing. It's nothing about it. And that is where I saw some federalists going towards. I don't want to call the name because it will implicate them. When I know the two people they catch them for Cameroon, they'll be going towards that direction. But some of them are not be saying because we are own independence now. When I say, okay, Tapang come for independence, I don't come for independence. Guess what? When I want to can be politician for instance, on a Sisiko regime, Since you not be so weak, weakless, you're afraid to call guns guns. You call them sophisticated machines and then tools. Since you are so ashamed and ashamed to fight for your own self-defense, ashamed, I took the radical stance and I went towards the guns and bullets. That's why I feel comfortable. People should defend themselves. In America, there's the Second Amendment right, First Amendment right. People defend themselves, freedom of expression. I was advocating for those two. And this is what I still advocate till today as I'm talking to you. People have to buy guns. I am talking again. This is me. I've not been cloned. People have to buy guns and bullets and defend themselves, protect their women and children. And you guys said, oh, Tapang Ivo, you are being too radical. No, then you told me to come for independence now. I'm now in the independence. Then you are not there. You are sitting in the Sako camp. Come over this side. Because we have the right-wing Anglophones, we have the Ambazonians, and we have the left-wing Ambazonians. We have some little moderates. But I'm telling you, cross carpet and come over the side. Because when I need to listen, there is no way towards federalism for independence without you having the military. Ha! Let me repeat. If you see any federalist who does not want to take over military power and diplomatic affairs, that is a one Cameroonian. That is a one Cameroonian. There is no way you can stand for Ambazonia's independence without advocating for self-defense through guns and bullets to defend your women and children. That is the one Cameroonian. If you are not for guns and bullets, self-defense for your women and children, you are one Cameroonian. I can bet you on my life. I don't care who you are. All of you are politicians. How can you stand for freedom without advocating for the defense of your people? You want lawsuits to defend your people? Lawsuits. No, that's it. No. That's exactly where you guys came from. When I was a federalist, you guys said, oh no, lawsuit by lawsuit, Tasang lawsuit, say we'll file lawsuit for the Hawk or for the Hawk law firms. Stupid people with no brains. And I told them it will not work. They blacklist me, put across my head. Oh, I was a federalist, loud public agent. Has it worked till today? No, because you are so dull, you cannot understand anything when Tapang talks. You guys learn after 4 years. Oh, that's a small boy. You don't know nothing. But the brain in this thing is more than all of you, your brains combined. You went by conference. Switzerland will give us independence. Swiss talk. I say, shut up your mouth there, Mami Pima. When I know I hear 12. Till today, don't give us the independence. Oh no, Canada. Canada will give us independence. Anyangwe is going there. Canada. I say, shut up, idiot. Canada don't give the independence. When I need to listen 12. The only thing that gives you independence, guns and bullets. That's the only language a terrorist state like that of Cameroon will ever understand. I don't repeat this thing, and I go repeat that every day, every time. Ambazonians, be very wary of these people. Not everybody who shouts the name Ambazonia is for Ambazonia. I'm telling you the truth. Trust me, I can bet you on this. Not everybody who shouts the name Ambazonia is for Ambazonia. Not everybody. I see a couple of people watching. Thank you very much. Fombi Blessed. Thank you very much. I see you watching here. Fombi Blessed. I see Ashunkem, Asha. Thank you very much. I see some good comments here. Fombi Blessed, Makele Claude. Thank you very much. Patience Rocker. A long time, Patience Rocker. Thank you very much. Ben Donson. Thank you. Teps Eta. Thank you very much. And I see Terence Jervis. Thank you very much. Mary Sonne, I greet you. A lot of people coming on. I thank you very much. Jenny Are, I see you. Jack Kevin, I see you. I see a lot of people, them. Shaka Zulu, I hear you. I see you, Shaka Zulu. All of them. George Buche, thank you very much. That idiot, they say, come to the field, bro. Listen, let me just address this nonsense. Somebody says, come to the field. I want to stop because I know some of the heads are empty. When some person to say come to the field, they think funny me. Because the problem is not they come to the field, the problem is the head. The head is empty. I don't know what will do the head. So yeah, the word, come to the field. George Butcher. Yeah, name some idiot. George Butcher, come to the field, bro. Man, come to the field, can do it. You know, I see him say war don't evolve over time. Israel no need for go fight the Palestine. You don't even just shoot down for you, just send a one rocket, you go for that side. Israel don't come to the field. Russia don't even fight Ukraine. You don't even just shoot down, send a one hypersonic, you go land for Kiev. You don't come to the field. Pobia don't come to the field. We don't launch war. You don't come to the field. Because my level, na Pobia level. When I hear say Pobia come to the field, if in fact when we go where Pobia die, you don't wake up or come back le buying man. When Pobia wake up le buying man, come back to the field. Me, I'll go back to the field because na my level that. As of now, that be now our soldiers the level. What self-defending forces, their level na that be them. When Pobia, you say why Pobia is going down to the field. Now call me general, I'll go down to the field too. Because my level, na Pobia level. But as long as Pobia should offer it to the me, I should offer America too. I don't answer your question. Monkey no white blast. Schwein them. Oh, come to the field. Come to the field and do what? You don't forget, say, in those days when I used to fight a hand-to-hand combat. Nowadays, things don't change. You don't need for, you have made a character, I don't want to go shoot you for that side. I need to come for corner you for come to the field, for can kill you. No, I don't want to go and send for you for that side. I need to come for they can make kata. No, kata not there again. Kata 5 miles get gone. In those days, kata the win because gonna be there. So when you want your brain get to evolve, George Butcher, your brain get to evolve since you've been a small picking milk brain. Your brain get to evolve, understand, say, oh no, things don't change. Warfare don't change. None of drone warfare. Yeah, na true, none of hypersonic. Okay, they don't even fly planes anymore. They send a hypersonic. The Kinzhal missiles that they go that side, go do the same thing with planes they do. I don't need to come for the field. Only they work what they do over here. It make them La Republic, they panic. So I don't need to come for the field. When I want to come for field, so that may they finish me and then they say, okay, struggle to end. Because the main man way now they start all the things so that Tapang as the killers struggle. No, I don't come for the field. I go come for field, they will probably go for field. Now my level that me and Pobia will get the same level. My level na Pobia. So George, the day we hear say Pobia go for the field, call me, I will come for the field. Clowns them. I leave my rest. I had to see a lot of people they talk for here online. Thank you very much, Zumbe Clovis Moteke. Thank you very much. I see Congo ping me. Thank you very much. Someone says don't Congo ping me. Congo ping me live says I will not forget to collect your balance from Salah. He has written another nonsense post again against Egofc. Of course. Thank you very much, Congo ping me. If you notice, Sam. This is Salah Emmanuel. He need to write again. He didn't even mention my name. He need to, no, my lawyer don't tell you straight up. If you call Tapang, I feel bet you. I know he's watching. Check all his things he writes. He will never mention my name if he does it. When I go yes, Salah Emmanuel don't handcuff you for America. I be calling him now, but he no fits everything that he writes. He will never mention my name. He escapes my name. He go write all kind of things so bad he need to touch my name. That one he need to go that side anymore. That's how we deal. I always tell when I say I've been a tail for viper. If you mash tail for viper, you'll get the venom. If you mash tail for viper, you'll get venom. I remember when Salah Emmanuel, it took me to put up a court system. People felt that it's the end of me. Now me this today. Even in I was still doing live videos. Till today, I am still here. I never run. Now you don't run, you go be a tash for Yaoundé. I make a tell Salah Emmanuel that house where they been for Yaoundé. When I know the way will happen for the house now. I know, but I know, you never Yaoundé. We know exactly what will happen to that house. When I know to talk something that I just talk and I say, we know who will destroy the house. Probably will destroy that house. I tell you it Salah Emmanuel, I will show a picture for house with Salah the Bilam, a tash for middle Yaoundé. I mean, no, say we know it. That house to go be destroyed by Probia Bartholomew being wonder. He go destroy the house. When I know what I talk. Thieves. These are people who have no mercy. The father is as ugly as the son. The son is as ugly as the grandfather. In Salah Emmanuel. Empty head. You see the man, the man shot so to pocket the young shoe. Short man is shot so to pocket young shoe. You see the man, I see the Salah today, I only buy it at the same. I think, but where's he? Where's the Salah? They say, that I look the man as so short half man. Me, I've been at 6'1", 1 meter 83. The Salah there like I can 5. It's shorter. The man is a short man. I feel like he just come in my head there. Short idiot. Anyways, I'm going to talk about idiot them enough for platform here. So Amazonians, I want to tell you this. I see a lot of people there. So I want to tell you, and we have time for talk. If no one asks any question, I talk. Thank you very much, Grandse Virginie Tashi. Thank you very much. A lot of people in Johnny Westard. Thank you very much. So I want to tell you this before I go wrap off today. The message from Ayaba Cho woman, it be very positive. And I also be grateful. I'm extremely grateful that she is very upbeat about her husband's presence in prison. She's not worried in any way. According to her, the husband has always told her to be prepared for this day, prepared psychologically, and the kids have always been prepared as well. So Ayaba Cho's presence in prison comes as no surprise to his family members. He has passed a very strong message that we must continue to fight for the freedom of expression, for the freedom of self-defense, for the freedom of our people. That's the message passed by Abacho Lucas. He has not in any way toned down or even changed his form of rhetoric. He has also been described by his lawyers as extremely stubborn. Stubborn in the sense that he was granted bail on 3 grounds, but he denied the bail that was granted to him. So according to his lawyers, it's extremely strange and unheard of for someone who lives in Norway that appears to be a democracy on paper. Dr. Ayabacho Lucas also passes the message that the AGOFC and the ADF remains resolute under the leadership of Dr. Julius Nyi. He says nothing changes. He also says that diplomacy will be a way out only when we call the shots. And he insisted on that particular message. So he says no one should pressure us to go into the diplomatic channels without us calling the shots. We will be the ones to stand on the position of strength to call for diplomacy. I'm passing the message handed down from prison by Dr. Ayabacho Lucas in Norway. And that's why you've seen it being particularly clear that literally every group I know is boycotting Canada's talks, which is great. And also, Ayabacho Lucas has also passed a very strong message when told about the October 1 celebrations. He said he was extremely happy to watch the videos of October 1. And let me remind you of these things. Norway, or no matter how bad we will talk about Norway, they have the best prison system in the world. You can Google it. Norway has the best prison system in the world. In fact, they say some people, when they want to relax, they go to the prison in Norway to go relax. That's how free Norway is. In Norway, Ayabacho accesses the internet just like you and I access the internet. In Norway, he is free to move around and do anything he wants to do, pursue education or anything, just like anywhere in the world. In fact, Norway's prison is more freer than Cameroon itself. So they have the best prison system in the world. It's unarguable. So Ayabacho knows and he watches me live as I'm speaking now, he's watching. Just to tell you extremely how free he is. So he says, and this is the message that I'm relaying to you. When I know say me, I've been a talk. They beg me to beg and fight, even come say I can talk on ourselves. I don't even get time. It talks say they're extremely free and that he is calling on every single Ambazonian to remain resolute in their pursuance of freedom. So one more no fear nothing. When they're on the right path. And if any group they claim say unity, yes, the AGOFC, although I'm not a member of the AGOFC, the ADF, although I'm not a member of the ADF, but because of my relationship with each and every one of them, a group and the best and the only group that I still support and I will die supporting them. I don't talk this thing. I don't talk this thing and I will talk and tire. I will always I will always support ADF. Always support ADF and AGOFC. Always. Even if I die there, I come back the buy and the man. I can support ADF. So at the Teruna, the ADF and AGOVC, they have a clear path of policy and strategy for the defense of our homeland. They have never ever been declared a terrorist group. They will always remain resolute towards the peaceful transition of power to the Ambazonian in Ambazonia. They will always remain resolute towards the right or the responsibility to protect every single individual in Ambazonia. And make I talk this. We vehemently, make I use another high term grammar, on a Labradoritic aristocratic note, we condemn violence in any shape and form. Make I talk, and because somebody say, oh, Tapang ever, you have not condemned. No. I've always said it all my live videos. We condemn violence in any shape and form. We condemn kidnapping. We condemn terrorism. We condemn all of them. But we will never, ever condemn our own people defending our women and children. Until death do us part, we will always invoke the responsibility to protect all for one and one for all. We will never, ever shy away from it. We are not saying you guys go and kill Francophones. No, they are our brothers. On the other side of the Mongo, we've never advocated for the ethnic cleansing of people. No, that's why Francophones live in our land. They are fine in our land. You will never hear me say, oh no, I had authority to do anything now. I still have that power to say anything and it will happen. But you're waiting on Tapang to say it. I will never say it. Never. Because I love human beings. I hate discrimination. Nothing pains me as discrimination. Nothing pains me as discrimination. And that's why you will see me overtly. I am a public speaker. I speak my mind publicly. I express my views publicly. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm an open book. If you want to know all about me, it's all about me, what I say. Nothing hidden at the background. So let me tell you this. Ambazonians, there is every reason for you to be happy that you're on the right path towards a peaceful transition from the British Southern Cameroons to your leadership you want to see. This year changes everything. And let me explain, because I mentioned this point in passing, but let me elaborate. Because Pobia is dead, we have already prepared I don't want you guys to know what I'm talking about, every strategy to transition Cameroon into Ambazonia by the shut off of all borders. We will block all the borders, all our legitimate borders under international law. We will block them off. We will cut off. Our guys are already ready. I want to talk about our guys, citizens in Ambazonia. We don't have any structured army. No. We have our civilians protecting themselves. They are ready to declare full independence. Cut off from these guys who have no clear power transition. We will not be roped into their conflict. And any Anglophone where you feel say you want to go fight, when I get to fight, when I go in there for Ambazonia, when I go Francophone go fight, because the fight will go happen for neighboring La Republique, it won't spill over. These guys will be coming as refugees in Ambazonia. We will not let them in. They did not let us in. We will not let them in to come and pollute, infest our land. No. We will block the borders, just like the Egyptians blocked the borders to the Gazans. We will send them. We will send those guys. Maybe they go somewhere else, maybe Equatorial Guinea. I'm talking. This is something. No, hold on. People are thinking I'm just joking. Look, in the next, not even a few months, weeks from now, there will be political chaos in Yaoundé. I'm preparing your mind. No one can record this video, October 7th. There will be political chaos in Yaoundé weeks from now. These guys will be looking for strategies, avenues to crisscross, to come into Ambazonia and hide. I'm telling you the truth. It will be bloody in neighboring Yaoundé. And these guys will be looking for avenues to run away. If we notice and people don't start buy flights, family where they get money don't start buy their flights to start run. Equatorial Guinea go likely block borders. Chad go block borders. Central African Republic go block borders. Now Ambazonia, they get one enter. But I tell you, we have to defend block our borders. We sandwich these guys who have murdered our people. They will suffer the pain. We told them they will not listen. They were pledging allegiance to Paul Biya Bartholomew. Let them die and love their Paul Biya. I am telling you this. It will happen in the next few weeks. I say this because I know it. I have read papers. I have researched about this. We have participated in conflicts. We have participated in conflict processes academically. But I will tell you this. There will be political chaos in Yaoundé. There will be a border spill migration, internally displaced refugees. These guys will be looking for avenues for safety. We may grant them passages of safety, humanitarian corridors, but we cannot guarantee their safety. We call on every single Ambazonian to remain in Ambazonia or move back to Ambazonia. If you are in neighboring Cameroon, please, for your safety, this particular period is not the best time for you to be in Yaoundé and Douala. Start preparing to move immediately because there'll be no transportation agencies. The best time to move back is now. Because once this border shut down completely, it's shut down completely. And I can bet you, these guys on ground, they already have the guns. They are protecting the borders because they don't know who is coming in. Everybody will be sent back. We will work with international organizations, the UN bodies, and international NGOs to allow safe humanitarian passages and corridors. But we cannot guarantee the safety of anyone fleeing the conflict from neighboring Cameroon. This is important. It's a very important message. Pobia is dead. They are looking for an avenue to simmer tension. They are looking for ways to transition power without any rigmarole, without any turbulence, without any political turmoil. They don't know exactly how to pursue the route. Marafa from prison has declared he wants to be president. Jeong's in prison. They say they have the money ready to take over power. They will never remain political prisoners for free. We have every inkling that Sisiku, Ayok Tabe, and the rest may be granted presidential pardon by the next president of neighboring Cameroon. We are not so sure who will be the president. But there are so many ways that these guys want to destroy Cameroon, as they have always destroyed it. The Northerners say they would have a president. Ngongo says he will be president. The other faction in the presidency says they will be president. The guys in prison say they will be president. We have at least 4 major factions in Cameroon vying for the presidency of the dead man Paul Biya Bartholomew Bimvondo. Plus, we also have the Western world preparing. I'm hearing rumors. This is what I'm hearing. Don't cite me anywhere. That these guys are preparing Ayaba Cho Lucas, and this is a fact. I'm just hearing rumors that they are preparing Ayaba Cho Lucas. The arrest of Ayaba Cho Lucas has a strong inclination towards him being propped up by the West to be some leader. I don't know. I don't know how they want to work things out. Ayaba Cho, we trust him 100%. However they want to make it out, if they want to carve out an Ambazonia for Ayaba Cho Lucas, I am 100% for. They say everything is pointing towards Ayaba Cho as the most trusted person in the West, the most favorite candidate in the West to take over, given that they already know his track history. If that happens, good and fine. But I'm telling you, as of now, we have nothing to do with Cameroon. If Cameroon is in turmoil, it's even in our greater advantage because they are now thinning out the military. Their resources have been thinned out. Now they are pulling back their tankers. If you see what is happening, we'll be looking at satellite images. They are pulling their tankers from the northern zone and southern zone of, as they describe, back to Yaoundé because they are preparing for an eventual war from those political clashes or from those political factions. So what they are doing right now is that they are preparing in Yaoundé with the limited resources. Ambazonia has already drained them out. So they are looking for ways that they can protect the little interest they have of Ngongo. Fence off the northerners who want to be president. Fence out and look, it's already a political chaos. Central African Republic is a failed state. We have indications that people are ready at the Central African borders to ship weapons to northerners. And Chadians are also ready to ship weapons to northerners to invade Cameroon and take over the presidency. If this happens, Central African Republic will also be shipping the weapons to those eastern guys of the Bulus to invade Cameroon and take over presidency. They may be dropping weapons. These guys of the West, if they want to take over power, they start air shipping weapons and dropping them to whom it may concern. So many moving parts in this whole thing. All we can do, we are not involved in it, and we shall not be involved in it. We disclaim ourselves from all of this. But we will only tell you as a CTREP, what we call a security report, that please, this situation report here tells you that you are not safe in neighboring Cameroon. You were safe before now, especially with the crisis in Ambazonia, which is highly under control. The one in neighboring Cameroon will not be under control. You cannot control the one in neighboring Cameroon. For this reason, please, you have to move immediately. I thank you very much, O'Neill. O'Neill Mudo, thank you very much. Hey, call me Ade California. I did just stop for O'Neill Mudo. I bet call me after this, Ade California. Make sure say call me. I just saw his comment. He says, wow, thank you. Inena Chris Wandoro. Chris, make sure say call me. I know say the watch. So we'll get every indication. Say these guys, they want take over. Cameroon will be in serious trouble. And because Cameroon will be in serious trouble, with the advice were Anglophone brothers and sisters, Anglophones where they were the support Cameroon before, with the advice when I come back for Ambazonia, can't join with because we know if guarantee una safety for neighboring Cameroon. Una know I'm speaking facts. When power pass power, we will talk. This one don't pass we. It's a very dicey situation. And when I remember, say, Russia don't take over several African countries. A lot of them, I can count many of them. That they look for the youngest leaders and then they take over. France be extremely concerned. Chad don't start switch towards France. Chad don't start switch now towards France, towards Russia. Central African Republic, the security for they now are Russians that they govern the Central African Republic. Now they be in charge of all security in Central African Republic, Russians. The entire Central African Republic, apart from Cameroon, don't be sandwiched by Russians. So these guys, they now they fear, say, hey, Ambazonia may be next. According to them, I don't know why they even talk too much, but this is information they give out. The fear say make Ayaba Cho look as not be bought out by the Russians. Because the way things that they go, when I see the guy for Guinea, those young presidents in Guinea, they don't already pledge allegiance to Russians. The one for Burkina Faso, Russia. The one for Mali, Russia. The one for Chad, Idris Deby Pekin, it don't start going towards Russia side. The one for Central Africa, Russia. The fear say Ayaba Cho Lucas now they head now towards the Russian side. Now you way they intimidate, they try to bring you closer, and there is so much talk with him right now for see whether they fit do waiting with Ayaba Cho Lucas, where if he be satisfied and forgive una the independence while cutting off from La Republic in a very smooth way where no go be a problem. Because the West, their resources all lie in Ambazonia. That is the biggest whole game of contention right now. So I tell una me una be prepared. Ayabacho una know clearly say he never commit any crime. They know say he never commit crime. Them way they don't cause all World War One, World War Two. They don't catch them, incarcerate them. They come invade Libya. They don't catch them, incarcerate them. Ukraine, they don't kill millions a day. The one kind of Ayaba don't kill how many? 10, 20, 2, 3, 5, 0. All these are tactics that they try to bring Ayaba closer to them. So that made they work with Ayaba for this transition. I feel bet you I am leaning. This is my personal opinion. When I remember, I need to talk as on behalf of AGOVC. No. Although the only group I support is AGOVC and ADF. I need to talk on behalf of AGOVC. I'm talking clear. This is not AGOVC policy. This is not ADF policy. But when I know say me and ADF and AGOVC, we are all separable. Nobody for inside AGOVC past me. None of them. Nobody for inside ADF truncate past me. Not even Benedictwa, jamais. But I go tell you now from my own opinion, this is what I see going on. That they prop up Ayaba as the potential leader. And no one called the country. I don't know wherever they come from, but whatever game they are playing, they are trying to pull Ayaba closer to their arms so that he doesn't fall into the hands of the Russians. Because if Russia enter this game, Ayaba travel go Russia, all things will change. All things will change. The West will lose them all for the Gulf of Guinea. Completely, they will lose them all. And they cannot risk it. Ayaba Cho is a small fish, but very important fish for them to use. And they know exactly, say, he get the powers, he get the military, he get everything for use them. So I just tell when I'm going to be prepared. This one a political speech. I talk things the way it happen. Just like somebody goes, she don't talk about Ukraine. And they fear nobody. I wish the FBI they watch me. May they watch them well. May they watch them well. I want them to watch them. Because me, I need to fear nobody. And I know me, I be strong. I'm not afraid of anybody. Nobody. None. What will you do to me? The highest you can do is to kill me. What will you do? You shut my mouth up. I will still talk through my ears. You shut my ears up. I'll talk through my eyes. My eyes will be blinking and talking and passing the same message. So there's nothing you can do. It's my right. It's my political speech. Freedom of speech. It's my right to advocate people to buy their guns and defend themselves in my village. My family members should buy their guns and defend. Is it a problem for you? Then come and arrest me, idiot. So at the end of the day, when I talk this thing, I talk and because we have families back home who need security. We've petitioned the US. We've petitioned every avenue. They've denied to give us the security we need. The only little iota of security we can give our people is advice that they should buy their guns. They should buy their guns and defend their women and children. So everything works for our favor. And that's why I'm seeing that, in my opinion, I used to talk, say, independence will come in the next 30 years. When Tapang start change talk, when I know say don't start see things the way it will come on. I used to talk, say, independence will come in the next 30 years. Now I see independence in the next, I feel bet you 12 months. If the way things that they go, I see independence in the next 12 months. For reasons the way I don't cite them, and I go repeat them. I still feel, say, yes, these guys there, they hold down Ayabacho, Benedict Kwa, and one other person for strive to see whether they intimidate them. As Pobia Bartholomew being Vondo, they don't go down for grave. There is still whole Ayabacho for prepare ye for some big position when not them know. You know, let me tell you this. Some people should not decide to watch me. Them say, oh no, Ivo, how can you say that? Let me tell you this. The West has a lot of power when it comes to imposing leaders. I'm sorry, they claim to be a democracy. They're not a democracy. We can argue this from heaven to earth. I've argued it in my class. They are not a democracy. They claim to be a democracy. They impose leaders. They impose Western leaders on people. They Western favorites or puppets on people. They do that. And I hate it. I don't like it. I don't support it. But they do it. Alassane Ouattara, Ali Bongo, Idris Déby's son, all of them, they were all imposed. We know it. And they protect their own in power. Ayabacho Lucas he is not free. He is being used as a tool. He will likely be used as a tool. I can bet you this. They will put all the cards on the table. He will be the one to weigh the options. There is no other favorite leader like Ayabacho Lucas. None. There's none. Academically, intellectually, the way he speaks, the way he acts, the way he reasons, there is none. But because it's a negotiation, we should keep our eyes on the table for anything that comes on. Ayaba is the vanguard of the Ambazonia revolution. I will go to bed sleeping with my eyes closed, knowing that it's Ayaba there. I will never go to bed sleeping with my eyes closed, knowing that it's Sako or Chris Ano or Sisiko Ayoktabe and all of those people. Nah, I don't believe in them. Jamais. Those are hungry politicians. I don't believe in them. Never. So I will tell you this, Ambazonians, truly, for a fact, you guys are on the winning team. And I want to conclude by saying thank you very much. If I get time tomorrow, I will come on live again. If I get time any day, I will come on live. I can give now updates. When I want to hear updates on Ayaba's situation, I will give you now. Because I talk with your woman they talk with your husband, you picking they talk with your husband, and I get information, and I can give you now the right information. And just to summarize, you don't talk, say it remain strong, hopeful. Victor, Julius Nye, the head right now of the Egg of Sea. He don't talk, so when I still stay strong with the Egg of Sea. We will not even be member of the Egg of Sea. We'll still stand up strong with them. He don't talk, say, make we continue to fight for the ideals. We don't always rule them out. Self-defense, promoting everything Ambazonia, and shutting down La Republic. It never change any word. It not be like person where it be compromised in any way. The one the way they did for Yaoundé, they don't be compromised. The one that for this thing, for the one we did for Norway, it not be compromised. So Ambazonia, a small one I get to talk with now. When I stay blessed, bye-bye.
This has sparked reactions from Cameroonians such as Christian Timbane Bomo, who, in a letter addressed to the Director of Civil Cabinet, demands that he exercises his duties by informing Cameroonians on the whereabouts of their president. Innocent Aze tells us more.
October 7 marks exactly 35 days that Cameroonians have not heard any news about their president and his whereabouts since he left the country on September 2nd alongside his spouse for the China-Africa summit that held from September 4 to the 6th. Since then, he had not returned to Cameroon, where he is highly needed to tackle crises dividing the population. His absence at the 79th UN General Assembly from September 22nd to the 23rd, his absence at the 19th Francophonie Summit from October 4 to the 5th, and at the Cameroon Cup final in Yaoundé, instigated Cameroonians to question his whereabouts. One of them, for instance, is Christian Timban, member of the Civil Society of Reconciliators and declared candidate for the upcoming presidential election. In an open letter addressed to the Director of the Civil Cabinet in the Presidency of the Republic, Samuel Vondo Ayolo, he advances worries of the President's absence and raises the need for the official to play his role by informing Cameroonians on the whereabouts of the head of state. It is through you that the people are entitled to know if the President of the Republic is still able to assume his heavy and delicate mission. Rumors on social media indicate his presence in Switzerland or maybe in poor condition in a hospital in France. Christian Timban recalls only the director of the civil cabinet can clarify disturbed Cameroonians. Beyond this, which is obvious, the Cameroonians no longer have any sign of the president. The situation is worrying, even if practically no one dares to talk about it for fear of reprisal. Timban urges Samuel Vondo Ayolo to make a simple explanatory press release on the present situation of the president, whether on leave or ill, which are but normal. That such a way of making the president operate in ambush and opacity is obsolete. This to him endangers the country's stability as well as paralyzes the harmonious functioning of the state.
Vous voyez, l'hôpital est gardé par les armées. Il ne peut pas construire ça chez lui. Il ne peut pas construire. How many people? Ne vous inquiétez pas. Vous voyez, l'hôpital est gardé par les armées. Il ne peut pas construire ça chez lui. Il ne peut pas construire ça chez lui. Il rend creux. Il rend creux. Il rend creux. N'est-ce pas? Il rend creux.
Oh, je ne suis pas habitué à officier, hein. Rancre, n'est-ce pas? Voilà, c'est tout.
Rancre, ne meurs pas, hein. On ne peut pas.
Non, tu ne meurs pas.
Rancre,
nous on prie pour que tu restes en vie.
On prie pour que tu restes en vie.
Voilà.
Tu rancres.
Voilà.
Il y a un temps pour
tu ne mourras pas.
Après Paris, on se la jeunesse.
Voilà.
On va se chercher dans tous les hôpitaux.
Il s'agit. Voilà.
C'est ça. Kill with tire. Oh, you go kill with tire. How many people for their go kill?
Ça a mis le pays dans un dénuement total. C'est pour ça que nous sommes ici, très respectueusement, pour dire au directeur de l'hôpital des armées que nous ne voulons pas de cet assassin, de ce génocidaire, de ce criminel plus dans cet hôpital. Et nous apportons en ce jour un mémorandum que nous avons prévu de pouvoir remettre au responsable de cet hôpital pour lui dire qu'en aucun cas, nous, Tapang, a mis le pays dans un dénuement total. C'est pour ça que nous sommes ici, très respectueusement, pour dire au directeur de l'hôpital des armées que nous ne voulons pas de cet assassin, de ce génocidaire, de ce criminel plus dans cet hôpital. Et nous apportons en ce jour un mémorandum que nous avons prévu de pouvoir remettre aux responsables de cet hôpital pour
Peuple camerounais, je vous adresse ces messages de réveil de conscience révolutionnaire. Je m'appelle Kangfak Nguku Isidore, originaire de la région de l'Ouest. Peuple camerounais, Aujourd'hui, le monde nous considère comme un peuple les plus peureux et les plus moutons de la planète. Face au régime de Biya qui a reçu de nous beaucoup de sacrifices, mais continue à nous piétiner. Défunt Charles Ateba Eyene nous avait prévenu en disant ceci: ce régime va nous demander nos poumons, nos reins et nos foies un jour. Les deux régimes, Ahidjo et Biya, nous ont baissés. Ils nous ont baisés par la noce, par les narines, par la bouche et continuent à nous baiser avec les multiplications des taxes et les hausses des prix des premières nécessités interminables. Après 64 ans de l'indépendance, il n'y a pas les routes, il n'y a pas l'électricité, il n'y a pas l'eau. Nos intellectuels nous ont déçus à 1000%. Vois comment ils pleurent dans les plateaux de télévision, réclamant un code électoral consensuel. Et le régime Biya sait très bien que accepter cela, c'est signer son arrêt de mort. Ce régime est toujours prêt à sacrifier nos enfants dans les sales guerres qu'il déclare partout. Les peuples ambazoniens nous ont montré de quoi ils sont capables. Ils nous ont dévancés en prenant leur destin en main par les armes. La question est ceci: à quand notre tour? C'est maintenant et tout de suite. Nous allons prendre les armes pour se libérer. Nous allons effacer cette image où on nous considère comme un peuple plus peureux et plus mouton de la planète. Partagez au maximum, s'il vous plaît, parce que nous allons pas laisser faire. Trop, c'est trop avec ces régimes. C'est maintenant ou jamais. Je vous remercie.
Hail this land of glory, with the Ambazonians, pledge our loyalty. Praise the Son, our Savior, who granted us of freedom, allegiance to the heroes who bore the land with their blood. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here is our nation, flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father.
Welcome to ACN.